That's Radio 100 News to 9 o'clock. I'm Ian Rose.
Good morning, everyone. This is Frankie John welcoming you to the Polka Party. Let me say good morning to Eon, our engineer, and to Bardo, who has just left the studio. And this morning we have a guest with us. We're going to name the console Connie. Good morning, Connie the console. And good morning to Boomer. Are you up this morning, Boomer? If you are, I'm glad you're listening to the Polka Party. Let's start the show with Stanley Pulowski with the Gretchen Polka. There we go. We had the show off. And Boomer, have you been dancing? Your mom says you always dance, so get your dancing shoes on. Say, I'd like to acknowledge a card that we received from one of our listeners, and our listener happens to be in England. Would you believe that? All the way in England, and it shows the Tower of London. This is the Wallace Collection National Museum. And they like to send regards to Frankie John, KMLO, and to all of our listeners. And I do want to thank our listener for sending us that card. Let's move right along and have our second selection. It's a Slovenia polka, and it's called the Pigskin Polka. pigskin polka, and it is a Slovenia polka. How about that? I forgot to cue it up. Thank you, Connie the console. We're off to a fine running start today. Now, you be a nice little girl, and we'll get through with the show. Let's have the granddaddy, Whoopie John. And this is for Ray from Pine Tree Lumber. He listens to Bardo, and he likes to listen to us also. So for Ray from Pine Tree Lumber, we have the granddaddy, Whoopie John, with the Mainstein song. Are you ready, Whoopie John? Here we go.
Rosalie, my darling, Rosalie, my dream. Since one night when stars danced above, I'm so much in love. So Rosalie, have mercy. Rosalie, don't decline. Won't you make my life thrilling and tell me you're willing to be mine, Rosalie, mine?
Being the biggest isn't always the best. In the automobile business, for example, it's an old axiom that as production increases, quality control decreases. Germany's famed Bavarian Motor Works, makers of BMW automobiles, is the smallest major manufacturer of cars in Europe. Now, this means a great deal to the car-buying public because BMW pays more attention to detail on every car. Therefore, BMW, which is sold exclusively in the North County by Continental Motors in Oceanside, probably comes closer to being a handmade automobile than any major mass-produced car. The results of this BMW attention to detail is a product unique in the industry. No other car has equaled BMW's combination of durability, economy, and performance. As Motor Trend magazine reported after driving BMW, no other automobile like this will ever be quite as good again. Visit Continental Motors, 601 South Hill in Oceanside, and test drive a BMW, just for the joy of driving it.
If you are looking to purchase, we have available to anyone without discrimination government-acquired homes. There are no loan fees, no points, and the homes are situated throughout San Diego County. The loans are 30 years, and generally the down payments are low. Fazio Realty, Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors, California Association of Realtors, and members of Multiple Listing Service will be glad to show you what is available. Come in and meet with a competent, courteous staff at Fazio Realty, Realtors, 2046 East Valley Parkway in the Alpha Beta Shopping Center at Midway and Valley Parkway in Escondido. Remember, if you're looking to purchase, see Fazio Realty, Realtors, Escondido.
This is Frankie John's Polka Party from KMLO, the happiest hour on radio. Well, Ray from Pine Tree Lumber, Connie and I are not communicating this morning. We asked for one record and Connie gave us another one. But let's have the Funhouse Polka, and this one we'll dedicate to you. This is for Ray from Pine Tree Lumber. Are you ready, Connie? Let's try it all over again. Here we go. Thank you, Connie, and for Ray, I hope you were listening. We asked Connie to come up with the granddaddy. We know we had it, and Connie was very gracious, and she found the granddaddy. Now we have Whoopi John with the main Stein song. Here we go.
Here's a special offer from Copeland Transmission in Escondido, and it's an offer you should not refuse. If you're planning a driving vacation this summer with your family and you suspect that you might be having transmission problems, then bring your car over to Copeland Transmission, and Bill Copeland and his staff of transmission experts will road test your car free of any charge, and then report to you on the condition of your car's transmission. Don't take unnecessary chances. See Copeland Transmission Exchange, 944 West Mission in Escondido.
Mr. Businessman, do you have menus, photographs, papers, or sales materials that need preserving? Don't show menus or samples that are worn-looking. Keep your materials attractive and clean by laminating them. You save on reprinting costs, and your items can be wiped clean. Be one-up on your competitors. Look better, last longer, and be more professional. Laminate. Call the laminators at the Lamination Company, Escondido, 747-4367. That's 747-4367.
I'm Nanette Fabry with 10 seconds worth of common sense. If you're an employer and you want safe, reliable workers, hire handicapped people. Time's up.
This is Frankie John playing your favorite polkas on KMLO. We have the Polkateers next, and Charlie was a boxer. That was Charlie was a boxer. Well, we're on the right road. Thank you, Connie, for being so patient and helping me out this morning. Now, let's see if we can find Myron Florin with Just Because. Connie, try it. Thank you, Myron, very much. Thank you. For Bill and Ann Wise of San Bernardo. No, Rancho Bernardo, not San Bernardo. I don't know what I'm doing this morning. From Rancho Bernardo, we had the beautiful organ sounds of Brad Swanson with the Pennsylvania Polka. Ann and Bill, this is for you in Rancho Bernardo. Ann and Bill, that was for you. Now, we have many wine drinkers in our listening audience, I'm sure, and we have one specifically written for the wine drinkers. It's called the Muscatel. Would you believe that? Wine Lovers. And that was done by the Six Fat Dutchmen. We have a selection for you that I hope will brighten your day. It's by Bernie Kowalski, and it's called the Katina Polka. Bear with me, Irene. We're going to get it on the air in just a moment. I hope that brightens your day, Irene, and I hope you don't have any more of those unfortunate situations. Let's see, now we have some German beer drinking music, and I understand that they have some sort of a shindig going on tonight in Vista. Unfortunately, I don't have the PR on it, but look it up and you'll have a ball of fun. We have Rudy Bond with the Liechtensteiner for all our German listeners.
In an age of mass-produced status symbols and marketing wizardry, the engineers of the Bavarian Motor Works concentrate on building the best driving machines, irrespective of passing fashion or price. And as a feat of pure engineering intelligence, as a luxury automobile perfect for its time, the new BMW may well be unequaled in all the world. If BMW is known for anything, it is superb, innovative engineering. In the North County, the exclusive BMW dealer is Continental Motors of Oceanside. Continental Motors invites you to come in and test drive a BMW. Learn firsthand why the BMW has become famous for its extraordinary performance, its smooth, reliable engine that delivers maximum fuel economy and a minimum of pollution. Find out about BMW's legendary suspension system, its advanced chassis design for extra safety and protection, why BMW is a perfect combination of performance, safety, and comfort. Visit Continental Motors, 601 South Hill in Oceanside, and test drive a BMW, just for the joy of driving it.
If you have Naugahyde or vinyl furniture and it has cuts, rips, tears, or is just plain worn out, Vinyl Repair Service of Escondido is the place to go. They can repair anything made of vinyl to your complete satisfaction. Even vinyl tops on cars can be restored. It doesn't matter whether you have one piece or 100, Vinyl Repair Service of Escondido is the place to go. They're mobile equipped and will roll to your location. What a wonderful convenience. Fix it up, make it look like new. Call Vinyl Repair Service of Escondido. They're listed in the yellow pages under Vinyl Repair. Call 747-1368. 747-1368.
This is Frankie John's Polka Party on KMLO. For Cecilia, we have the man, Mr. Welk, who's from North Dakota. And would you believe that Mr. Welk played for an audience of 1 in his earlier days? That's hard to believe when he has an audience of 30 million today. For Cecilia, here's the Champagne Polka by the man, Mr. Welk. Are you ready, Mr. Welk? A 1, a 2. Thank you, Mr. Welk. Thank you very much. We received a letter from Mary Ann and Steve Younger from San Diego. And they mentioned last week we played a record by Ray Kunkel. And in the letter it says here, my husband's brother used to play in that band. Isn't that interesting? From the most interesting people we meet. Now, Mrs. Younger, you requested a selection, and you requested many selections. Unfortunately, we don't have at the studio those selections, but we do have Frankie Yankovic with Just Because. Let's see, maybe we can find, just bear with us just a second and we'll see what we got. Ms. Younger, if you want Just Because, we'll have Just Because for you and Steve Younger and for your husband's brother who used to play in the Ray Kunkel band. This is for the Youngers from San Diego. Mrs. Younger, that record was for you, and the reason we played that record was to give me a little time to go find a Helena Polka. Well, fortunately, we did find a Helena Polka, and it is by Frankie Yankovic. So I hope you would bear with me. We played just an extra selection for you. Now we have Frankie Yankovic with the Helena Polka for the Youngers of San Diego.
Here's a special offer from Copeland Transmission in Escondido, and it's an offer you should not refuse. If you're planning a driving vacation this summer with your family and you suspect that you might be having transmission problems, then bring your car over to Copeland Transmission, and Bill Copeland and his staff of transmission experts will road test your car free of any charge, and then report to you on the condition of your car's transmission. Don't take unnecessary chances. Seek Copeland Transmission Exchange, 944 West Mission in Escondido. This Saturday, it's Community Open House and dedication at Green Oak Ranch Boys and Girls Camp in Vista. It's a wonderful way to spend the day with your family, and it's all free. From 11 to 1:30, enjoy a free barbecue-style lunch for your entire family. From 1:30 to 2:30, dedication services with a 125-voice children's choir, free swimming, drawings for 300 free horseback rides, plus free burro rides. Visit the handcraft shop, free tours through the animal farm and nature museum. See the new bunkhouses and dining room. Remember, the free barbecue-style lunch is from 11 to 1:30 this Saturday, May 31st. Community Open House from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Green Oak Ranch. Take Sycamore turnoff west from Highway 78 to Green Oak Ranch in Vista.
This is Frankie John's Polka Party from KMLO, the happiest hour on radio. To Charles and Michelle Dorfman of Norco, California. Now, I understand Norco is up in the Irvine Ranch area. They're able to receive the program up there, and we're very happy that you were able to tune in. And to Charles and Michelle, here is Ray Henry with the Ballroom Polka.
You can choose the style of furnishings you want, and the short wait you'll go through will be worthwhile to you in savings of dollars and cents. Furniture Unlimited at 344 Grand Escondido has that just right piece of furniture waiting for you. If you're interested in quality, value, and savings, try these deals. An 8-foot sofa and love seat matched in Herculon, just $197. How about a full-size hide-a-bed, priced from $179? Dad's recliner, it's here from as low as $59.95. Remember, unlimited value at Furniture Unlimited, 344 East Grand in Escondido.
RAP, Release the Aid Program. They're both the same. A program to help persons released from jail, help them not to return to jail, but to return to society. We're helping. How about you? Call 239-3007. We do more than just put people in jail. We're your San Diego County Sheriff's Department.
To Wayne and Thomas and Dorothy Thomas, we have Ray Dorschner's 9-rounder. That's a short course in golf. How was that? That was a quick round of golf, only 9 rounds. Being today they're having a German festive type of party in Vista, we thought we'd have Will Leahy with the hot pretzels for our German listeners. Here's hot pretzels. Are you ready, Will? Go. That's for all our German listeners, and especially because they're having that German festive party tonight somewhere in Vista, and unfortunately I don't have the PR on it. And if you want any information, give KMLO a call a little later on during the day. Don't call me because I don't know anything about it. Let's go right to the theme, because that's about all the time we have right now, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes the show for this morning. I want to thank Eon, who has been my right hand and my engineer, and I want to thank all the listeners, and a special thanks to Connie the console. Connie, you got me through this morning in flying colors. I hope to see Connie next week, the engineer next week, and all our listeners next week. So until next time, this is Frankie John saying, have a good week.